Good evening. I'm hoping that you can hear me.
Very well.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So it's my pleasure and privilege to have the opportunity to share some concluding remarks with you. For those of you who don't know cenex, we are a research and consultancy organisation based in the UK, 15 years old, with operations in the Netherlands and now in Korea. So I feel very closely linked to both countries. Our areas of interest are really focused around market introduction, accelerating market introduction for mobility services, electric, connected and automated vehicles. As Professor Hong explained, the idea of the event came about from a visit to the cenex Connected Automated Mobility event in September 2019. From that event, I was very pleased to begin a process of collaboration beginning in February to help pull this event together. But I see these months of preparation as just really the beginning of a shared journey. The central question that we look to address with the event is there a good basis for collaboration between Korea and the UK on CAM, and in what areas? I hope you all agree that the answer to that is a resounding yes, but I'd like to recap by going through the sessions to identify the emerging conclusions about collaboration opportunities. In our first session, which was a policy and regulation session, I think what was important, there was an identified shared vision for the adoption of regulations to be friendly for connected automated mobility, to help foster innovation and accelerate the realization of competitive CAM markets in both the UK and Korea. And we saw that through the discussion of the legislative processes in Korea for level 3 and 4 and the UK Law Commission work. And we saw also it's a complex process that benefits from multi-stakeholder collaboration. Some specific opportunities that were identified by the policy and regulation attendees were around shared thinking on safety assurance, shared thinking on how insurance will work for driverless cars, how we would test in an interoperable way and share data, and this is a theme that will be explored later, and then also the importance of cyber resilience. Other areas we identified were bilateral R&D, both at the applied level with industry working together, but also at an academic level, sharing work, for example, on artificial intelligence and sharing common algorithms. And a final area was joint initiatives to support startups. We have many innovative startups in the UK and also here in Korea, and is providing opportunities for them and support for them in their early stages of technology development. Moving on to the CAM technologies session, we had presentations from KT and Vodafone on the connectivity and the role of 4G and 5G. It was really helpful to learn about the good works that the telecom sector is doing to support field trials. And all of the speakers in session 2 stressed the importance of learning by doing. Also, we learned about CAM software and sensors, the changing business models, creating new opportunities, and we learned about competition driving, enabling developments in sensors. We focused a lot on CAM validation, and here we identified opportunities to work better to validate certain use cases and scenarios that could be looked at jointly by both countries, both in a physical test environment across the test centers that we both countries have, but also particularly in the area of simulation to support verification and validation of connected automated mobility. A final area was big data, where there was identified really that in a pre-competitive market stage, there is an opportunity to share data, particularly across international borders, and we had a presentation from Convex talking about their data sharing platform, and a shared interest from KT that I hope we were able to broker as a further project arising from this meeting. A final area on session 3 was on CAM services. And here we were getting closer to market, and so the expert speakers had some tougher questions to answer in the Q&A session. We had some very exciting presentations on the potential applications from pods, robotaxis, and robots for logistics, and it's always good to hear an OEM perspective, and a detailed exploration in an excellent presentation on mobility services. We also sort of learned about the importance of enabling technologies like high-definition maps, and the importance of cyber resilience, particularly in this area, and the new thinking on the test and validation. So a lot of opportunities, I think, for collaboration. In terms of next steps, I would certainly from my side be committing to work with Professor Hong and the British Embassy and all those involved as supporting partners who've been involved in this event, and with the many who have presented, to identify next steps for collaboration, be that in a group context or be that through brokering bilateral partnerships between individual organizations who have seen each other present today. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of ideas, and I hope as an organization with operations in both the UK and in Korea, we can play a supportive role. I will give a slight promotional plug for our event, the cenex Connected Automated Mobility event. It's taking place on the 18th and 19th of November, and like this event, it's adopting an online format. And that online format, therefore, is accessible, and I hope that many of you will be able to join. And over those 2 days, we will particularly deep diving into the challenges and opportunities of verification and validation. So as a final element is just to give some thank yous. I'd really like to thank you as an audience for joining us, for those that have stayed very late in Korea, and for those that have got up very early in the UK. Thank you very much for staying with us for what I hope you will agree has been a most excellent event. I'd like to thank the speakers for their presentation, excellent presentations, and their knowledgeable contributions in panel discussions. I would like to thank Professor Hong and the organising committee and his team who have worked diligently to pull this event together, and to thank the British Embassy and the Korean supporting partners for this event, as well as the UK organising committee. I'd also like to give a final thank you to the translators who have done an absolutely fantastic job of translating the presentation, so in both languages, that we get a full understanding of what we're hoping, what we're sharing together between us. So it gives me great pleasure to have supported this event and to bring this event to an official close. And for those who have travel now to home, I wish you all a very safe journey. Thank you very much.